What's up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this beautifully honest reaction.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice.
All right, guys. So as I expected, there was going to be more to come, more exposed in this Shannon Sharpe situation. And so I have more thoughts that I want to get into. But before I get into that, I want to share my screen. Hopefully, this video will be okay, but I feel like it's important for this conversation. So, yeah. All right. So, we've got the woman who's accusing Shannon Sharpe of the RAPE releasing some audio. And there's some things that he's saying. So, let's just go ahead and get into this.
Like, I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like,
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know, have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
Coretta Scott King.
All right, guys. So, listen, I don't know what it's like to be in any type of relationship where people do this what do they call S&M stuff and whatever. So I definitely know connoisseur expert of that or whatever, but and yeah, audio can be manipulated and all that type of stuff, right? But I don't if it wasn't manipulated, why would you say something like that to somebody over the phone, period? Like, I would think if you're into that type of stuff, maybe you're not having just, it seems like a regular conversation. And it sounds like you're not happy with the person or whatever. It's not like you're saying it in a sexy way. Like, and listen, like I said, I'm no expert in that, never been into that type of stuff, and I'm not judging anybody that is. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But I would assume if that's the type of stuff you're into, you would probably say it, or they would be speaking in a way where it's like turning them on, not like you're just having a frustrated conversation. Does that make sense? So he's coming out to make a statement saying that it's a shakedown.
And supporters and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby.
I knew this was going to happen. And let me tell you guys, I had absolutely no doubt in my mind when I heard that Tony Busby was the attorney that's representing the plaintiff, that he was going to use or jump on the bandwagon of the Jay-Z narrative when Jay-Z was powerful enough to do whatever he did to pretty much get Tony Busby off of his back. But let's be clear, even though Tony Busby, because no person is perfect, but even though Tony Busby was not successful in his going after Jay-Z in that situation, because he had a very imperfect um client. I was about to say patient. God. He had a very imperfect client. Tony Busby definitely does have a reputation in the legal community, and whether you like him or not, his win records are pretty, solid. And I'm not saying that he's a stand-up guy or anything like that, because I'm coming from the perspective just speaking about the resume, not about the character of the person. Because honestly, a lot of these attorneys are crap bags. I was a legal assistant for 12 years, so I know of what I speak. So, I've worked for attorneys that got people off for MURDER when they knew the person was guilty and whatever. But I'm just saying they did their job. So, all of these attorneys, they have their reputations. Some are good people, but I'm saying I knew that he was going to do this. This is Let's just go ahead and jump on the bandwagon. Jay-Z did it, so I'm going to do it too. Just because Jay-Z was successful in doing that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And I'm just going to go into my thoughts more with that in a minute, but let me go ahead and continue with this.
Who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly.
Man, who wrote this for you? Because he's sitting there reading the teleprompter, but go ahead.
OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Whatever. Listen, I can't. Because I knew he was going to do that. I had absolutely no doubt. And I want to read this. This is from Tasha K's Instagram, and it says, "Why is a 60-plus-year-old man race playing with a 20-year-old SEX worker for fun? All I know is men like Denzel, Samuel L. Jackson don't go through things like this because they are married and sleeping with mature women. Shannon Sharpe being set up by a white child is diabolical." Let me tell you something. He is not wise, okay? He may not be 60 plus, but he's damn near close to it. If that's his real age. I'm assuming the age that's out there of him being 56 years old is accurate. So at the time when this allegedly happened, the chick was 19 or 20 years old. And this was a couple of years ago. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Why am I saying I'm sorry? I am not going to sit here and get on this. This is a successful black man. They're trying to take him down. This is a shakedown for money. They see how far his star is climbing, and he's had all these successful interviews and his Club Shay Shay podcast and Nightcap and blah 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 blah. No, I'm not buying it. And I knew that he was going to do this when I saw who the attorney was that was representing the plaintiff. I knew he was going to jump on that bandwagon. And so now he's saying, because most of us heard of him based on him representing these people who are suing Diddy. And then we heard of Jay-Z and now Shannon Sharpe. So to make this into a race thing, he's saying he is an attorney that goes after successful black men. Bullshit. All right. No, he goes after, you just happen to be some black men who are successful and celebrities that honestly have made some poor decisions in the past. I'm not even going to sit here and say that Jay-Z was 100% innocent in that situation, in terms of not just that situation with the with the client that he was representing at the time, but I'm just saying you all have done some things in the past that have been extremely imperfect. You've made some terrible decisions, and unfortunately, it could cause you to be into some situations where legally people could go after you. Now, with the Jay-Z situation, I don't know if he was 100% innocent, but just because that didn't work out in that situation doesn't mean that he's an upstanding individual that has never done anything wrong that would be worthy of either civil or criminal complaints against him. Okay? So Shannon Sharpe being in this situation where he was, what he says, in a consensual sexual relationship with someone that was much younger, and his own words have been out there, right? His own words have been out there saying that about being with younger people. You clearly don't make the best decisions. And I did a video last night where I shared some of the past accusations about him legally when it comes to women, and restraining orders and complaints about ABUSE. So this clearly is not something that is not close to his character or a possibility of something that he would be, you know, guilty of doing. You know, is when you're a successful person like these people and they make these terrible decisions and stuff like this happens, it's easy to say, "Oh, I'm being set up," and try to make the other person look like the bad guy, right? But even the Bible says, by your own words, you're justified, and by your own words, you're condemned. And he said a lot of terrible things, but I'm just going to remind you of one time, just one time, that he said something that in this situation, it's like, dude, you make some terrible decisions. And to be so smart and so successful, sometimes you can really be stupid. So I'm going to share this video real quick. And if you guys don't remember this video, this is when Funny Marco was on the Nightcat with him and Ocho. All right, let's see here. I'm going to rewind.
They do sometimes.
Okay.
I don't get up. It used to bother me, but guess what? It don't.
Okay, and of course now they're saying they're having trouble playing it. Let me try and refresh it.
Like Miss Netta?
They do sometimes.
Okay.
I don't get up. It used to bother me, but guess what? It don't stop them checks from coming in, and it don't stop them young ones from opening up.
What did he just say?
It sure don't. So let me.
As a matter of fact,
anybody ever told you look like Miss Netta?
They do sometimes.
Okay.
I don't get up. It used to bother me, but guess what? It don't stop them checks from coming in, and it don't stop them young ones from opening up.
It don't stop them young ones from opening up. Why would you say something like that? Why would you be a man of almost 60 years old? You're closer to 60 than you are to 50, definitely closer to 60 than you are to 40 or 30. And I don't, spare me oh, she knew what she was doing. She knew who he was. She wanted it. She was a paid escort, this, that, and the other. They don't have paid escorts that are closer to his age, maybe at least in their 30s. Like, and you're having conversations with this person over the phone. I don't want to hear anything about manipulation, AI. Oh, this was misconstrued. It was this and that and the other. I don't want to hear it. All right. We'll see what comes of this situation. But guys, I'm sorry. I don't feel like this is some setup. I feel like this is more self-sabotage. And you are doing this to yourself, because he should have been smarter about his moves. And I just am like, we'll see what comes of this. But I knew when I heard who the attorney was that he was going to come out here on this Jay-Z narrative of this man is trying to destroy me because I'm a successful black man. So now he's on the Jay-Z bandwagon. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with him? Do you think that he did this to himself? And do you agree with Tasha K? Like I do. I definitely am of the mindset of you being who you are and your age. Why are you even screwing around with somebody that age in the first place? Paid or unpaid? So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subbing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful. And now I'm going to say bye.